All right, we're back, and you're listening to Westchester Talk Radio, which is produced by Shark Creative and made possible by our friends over at Entergy, Indian Point Energy Center, and a host of others. But this weekend, we have a very special event coming up. It's our 5th annual Stuff a Truck to benefit Feeding Westchester. And we all know Feeding Westchester is really the quintessential place to donate your food for what ends up being over 200,000 residents in Westchester that are food deprived. And so whenever people can come together to help those in need, it's a good thing. And so we've tried to do this year in and year out, and this is the 5th year. We're going to be at Balducci's this weekend on Saturday in Scarsdale and on Sunday in Rybrook. And I have the pleasure of Joe Denise, a dear friend of mine and colleague, who is the president and chief executive officer at Norcom Solutions. He has really, he's been in the telecoms communication business for over 30 years. He's fulfilled his entrepreneurial spirit and his predisposition to imagination and innovation by opening Norcom, which is a trusted solutions advisor, and he's a partner of mine. So Joe, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, it's always great to see you. And, a couple years ago, you got involved and you joined us, and you have this 30-foot RV, Norcom Solutions RV, that you're bringing along for the ride on Saturday and Sunday. So essentially, we're really stuffing your truck.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. We'll be stuffing the Norcom RV truck. And Joe, I'd love for you to just tell our audience a little bit about why you do what you do as far as the community is concerned. I mean, what is it about you that why are you drawn to this?
Being a father of 3 children, now they're 25, 23, and 21. When you first came to me and we first started having conversation about this a couple of years ago, I started looking at the cause, and I really wanted to give back to the community. Like you said, I've been in business for myself now 24 years. And, during those 24 years, you never find time. So when you started talking about, Feeding Westchester, I looked it up. And what really struck me as really hitting a nerve was that there was 60,000 children of that 200,000 people in Westchester that really didn't know where the next meal came from. And it really touched my heart because I think of my children and I think about the 3 of them and thinking about if they ever had to make a choice about what to eat because they didn't know when they were going to eat next. And that really is touching. So along with you asking me and having that desire to give back to the community, I felt that this was a very, very good cause and we wanted to jump all in.
And we certainly appreciate it. And, we've had the privilege of stopping by there to see what that facility looks like over in Elmsford. And folks, if you haven't been there, this year's a little tougher because of COVID. You can't really go in and get the whole tour, but it's just a magnificent facility and the people couldn't be kinder and they're doing such wonderful things. So in our case here, we're gathering some goods over a weekend, but this is a day in and day out effort. And this year, more than ever, with what's going on out there, people are in need, and it's more so, obviously. So, we appreciate what you're doing, Joe, what your company's doing. And for all those folks who have already donated online, you can go to sharkcreative.com or westchestertalkradio.com, and there's a pop-up banner that comes up and you can donate virtually if you can't make it. But if you are able to come out this weekend, we'd love to see you. Joe, you not only do things for Feeding Westchester, but I noticed that it sounds like every month or 2 months, you've got some other things that you're doing. You're putting a spotlight on the community. You want to just share with our audience a little bit about that program and how that works?
Yeah, again, with the giving back, I don't have the essence of giving back time all the time. So I came up with a roundup solution, which on any proposal we give at any one of my account executives or anything that leaves this office, the end user client has the ability to round up. Let's say it's $490. You could round up to $500. That $10 would go to that charitable organization that we are highlighting in those 2 months, and we would match that $10. So it's a great thing because the end user customer feels they're giving $10 to a good cause, and we're matching it with another $10, which in this case would be $20. We started in July. In August, we did Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club. That went very well for us, and it was a success, especially during COVID. They didn't have the pleasure of doing fundraisers as most people didn't do. So they lost a tremendous amount of funding to that organization. So we made up a little of it in September and October because of cancer awareness. We did National Cancer Society, and there again we had the same roundup on all our proposals, and we were able to contribute there. And November, December, because of the holidays and it's getting cold, and we do the food drive with you, Andrew. We figured it would be a good time to do Feeding Westchester. So, we're in the middle of this right now. We have a link up on our website. People can go and
Thank you for
donate
that.
that way. They could do a roundup. Also, if they donate to our website, we will match that as well from the NORCOM perspective. So if any individual does go there, we blast it out on our social media pages as well. And, I just really feel like this was our way of being able to give back to our community that we've been in for 24 years.
It is a great way to do it. And this truck behind me is what we had last year. We filled it up. We're going to fill it up again this weekend. We hope to collect over a ton of food if we can. And we certainly welcome, anybody to come along and join us. And I do want to also thank our other partners for this. Our host, of course, Balducci's, MSM Designs, Robeson Oil, ENT and Allergy, Hightower Westchester, and also our friends at Entergy Indian Point Energy Center. We're all coming together, all of us, inviting our friends. Hopefully the weather will cooperate, but we'll be there regardless. And some of us might be comfortable in the RV, but
we'll have some hot chocolate.
There'll be plenty of hot chocolate. Joe, you're very philanthropic, and we certainly appreciate it. But you also have a business to run. Just give us a quick, if someone were to need NORCOM, what would you be able to provide them? How could they get in touch with you, and what problems do you solve?
Easy way to get in touch with us. We shortened our whole webpage, norcom.tech. You can go online and that's our webpage. You can email us. There's a contact us page there. What do we do? From any business has phone calls. We help them place their phone calls, do things with their phone calls. We like to say we infuse technology where it's needed to try to increase profitability or productivity. That's truly, without getting into the details of every little application that we do, we really look at every business and try to increase their productivity and profitability. And Andrew, I know you know this well because when we met a couple of years ago, we helped you with your solution as well to be able to manage and assist your calls, and look at this. And during the middle of the pandemic, your business never stopped. Even though you had business phones in White Plains, you're able to send your employees home and at a blink of an eye, just take the phone, plug it in, and you were good to go. And
I could take it anywhere I want. I love that.
And, right. This is what we've been doing for a very long time. And that's one piece of it. We have collaboration tools. We do CCTV projects. We deal with contact centers. Anything where technology can infuse and make the business better is really what we do. We want to be our customer's trusted solution advisor. And if it's something that we cannot do, let's face it, we've been in business for 25 years. We know a lot of people. And we just make the connection between, the two organizations.
Well, thank you for that. We can always drill down a little bit more as time goes on, but we're looking forward to spending some time this weekend. Yeah. 5th annual Stuff a Truck for Feeding Westchester this Saturday, Balducci's in Scarsdale. This Sunday, Balducci's in Rybrook. We'll be there live from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. all day long. Hope to see you. Joe, great seeing you as always.
Yes.
We'll be in touch.
See you this weekend.
Okay, buddy.
Bye-bye.